Good morning, guys.
Happy birthday.
So, oh, sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was so late.
It was his birthday. He was opening present.
I want to play you guys a little video. This is a woman named Gao Fu. She's been gone for many years now, but this video is the first video I've ever seen of her. I've seen lots of still pictures. In fact, I showed some of them the other day in foundation studies. She was a direct student of Grandmaster Feng, meaning they worked one-on-one. And this video is very poor quality. It was done in the probably the mid or early 80s. But nevertheless, you can see her well enough to follow her. And we'll just play a minute of this. She's doing the 84 form. We're learning the 24 form. This is the 84 form. But what I want you to watch is her presentation. What's going on with her mind that she's presenting as an artist? She achieved a very high level, an unusually high level for any student. And she didn't even start Tai Chi until she was 55. So she was really something. So let me play this video.
Yes.
Starts the same way as the 24. So, Catherine, we watched that in the earlier class, so these guys have already made their comments, although they're welcome to repeat them. But do you have any comments?
I loved it. It was beautiful. Her hands are full of
Yes.
chi. You can
Yes.
you can see them full of chi.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
All the meaning that she has inside, it's translated into her hands, and it's just watching her hands is just, I mean, it's so beautiful, really.
Yes.
And the way she moves, um, it's not only graceful, at times it's powerful, and the change in rhythm are amazing.
Yes.
And I'm in love with her.
Well, I am too. She's one of my Tai Chi heroes. Kevin.
Catherine, do you realize that how much progress you've made that you're able to see this?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no.
No, that's absolutely true.
Thank you, but
No,
if I compare myself with her,
well, she's she's got a few years of study on you. She studied very seriously. She was hurt, I think, in an industrial accident. Maybe it was a car crash. I don't remember. But she really had her back messed up and hurt. And she had to retire at age 55. So a little early. They retire at 64 in China. And she got into Tai Chi originally to help heal herself and to, go on with her life. And she did very well. And then her Tai Chi teacher passed away. But before he passed away, he sent a letter to Master Feng and he said, I'm quitting teaching because I'm very ill and I'm probably not going to be here that much longer. If I die, would you take this student on? And so, of course, Feng did. And Feng would meet with her. He just talked with her and he said, look, anytime you want me to meet you, give me a call and we'll meet in the park and we'll do a session. And they did that for years on Sunday afternoon. And I see Master Feng in all those movements. That training from Feng and her conformation, her body conformation is beautiful. And that's partly just her, but it's also partly her training. It's through Feng because Feng really brought people up in that tradition. Make your body beautiful because it will feel beautiful then. Catherine, I really like your comment about how articulate her hands were, because that was the first thing that I really noticed about my own teacher, Master Zhang. And the way I phrased it is, it's like he could speak with his hands. And he was speaking in a language that I did not understand. I didn't know what he was saying, but I could see that he was saying something. And it took many years, all right, to get and to understand that language. But that's the first thing I saw was his hands. Then I was smart enough. I was smart enough as time went on to kind of let the business with his hands go because it was so much more, such a higher level than I was at. I couldn't interpret these hieroglyphics and until I had gotten a lot further along. What I started watching was his belly, this part of his body, and that's exactly what you should do. Now, I've had comments made that my black outfit makes it difficult to see what my belly's doing. However, it was just as difficult with Master Zhang. Sometimes he would teach in a classic Tai Chi uniform, a silk uniform, which is a very blousy, so you still couldn't see anything. Most of the time he was just dressed very casually. You still couldn't see much. What you could see in him at the beginning is, and I've got my black outfit on here, I've got blue underneath, right? So I reach under, well, I can't even reach underneath my shirt here, but it's like his physique in this area was so developed when he would move, it was like there were squirrels underneath his shirt, and squirrels were just moving around. And we would laugh, but that came from 30 years of real practice. Gao Fu, it would be difficult to catch her, and I'll tell you why. She would practice 6 hours a day. That's a serious commitment. That's why her teacher was going to pass her along to Feng, and did pass her along to Feng when he passed away. And it's why Feng was so, one of the reasons why Feng was so fond of her. She's also a really nice person. But boy, that's how many people have 6 hours a day to do this every day. So it's kind of like listening to Marta Argerich, right, from the Argentinian pianist.
Mm.
Well, we'd all like to play the piano, but how do you catch up with Marta Argerich, right? It's like it's really, really difficult. But you have to remember what Grandmaster Feng said. Be patient and persistent in your practice. And by patient, he meant this, and he said this. I know people who have been working on this for 99 lifetimes. He was enough of a Buddhist to go along with that kind of reincarnation. It's like you're not going to get this in one lifetime. You're just not gonna. You're gonna get a certain stretch of it. And next time you're going to get a little more, and then you're going to get a little more, and then you're going to get a little more. It's the only way to think about it, because it's like music. There's no end to it. You just keep going, and getting better and better and better. And so you might as well be patient, because it's going to take 99 lifetimes to get this. But watching someone like Gao Fu, for me, it's like, wow, it's just really inspiring.
It is.
You just want to eat it with a spoon.
Mm.
And it's a good thing. Maybe we'll do this as a series as the weeks go on here. It's a good thing to watch your heroes, because you will pick up more than you realize you're picking up. Just, Catherine, your comment about her change of rhythm. The change of rhythm that she's doing is very deliberate.
Mm.
But the truth is, as an audience member watching her, it's kind of hypnotic. It's kind of like this whole other language, right? Where it's like, what is she doing? What is she saying? And then the hands and all that. It's very beautiful. Let's put it that way.
It is.
I really
Thank you.
really like to watch it. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, let's do. We got about 20 minutes here. We can go over a little bit too, because I'm sorry I was late.
I won't be able to get over. I really have to leave
Well
at
then we got
8.
20 minutes. We have 20 minutes left then.
Just a question. Will you be posting those videos?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put them on the website.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I'll have to download them and then repost them, but that's okay.
I was going to suggest also, you could try one of the AI generators to improve the quality of the video.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You don't like it? You don't like the old crappy video?
Well, I'm just saying you could try it.
I could try it.
Yeah.
Those were done in, like I say, in the middle 80s, when she was about 75 years old. Okay, so we got 20 minutes here. Let's review move number 11 again. We were working on yesterday. All right. So I'll just go through the whole thing quickly, and then I'll ask you for questions. All right. Um, feel the relationship between your wrist and your ankle. Watch. Just watch the wrist and the ankle together. It's not a big fancy movement, but your awareness of that is important. They're both spiraling. The ankle is spiraling and the wrist is spiraling. Yes, yes, Catherine, good. There's something, I think I've mentioned it before, there's something called the three outer harmonies. The shoulders and hips, the elbows and knees, and the wrists and the ankles. They always move together. They always have to harmonize. And the advantage of keeping that in mind is it seems to activate those connections. Another way to say it is you're integrating your upper body and your lower body. Wrists, right? Wrists and ankles. Right? Now, elbow and knee. Elbow and knee. Now, shoulder and hip. Now, back to wrist and ankle. Catherine, does that make it feel a little different for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and this applies to any move, right? Wrists and ankles. Wrists and ankles. Wrists and ankles. Okay, let's go through it again. So, did you notice when Gao Fu was doing her form that it was the whole beginning of it was the same as the 24, right? So you basically do about the first 3/4 of the 24, and then it moves on to some other things. When you learn the 83, which is the main practice form, it's basically like that too. It's the whole beginning of it is the 24. It's basically the whole 24, and then it adds on till it gets to 83. So when you're learning what you're learning, the 24, you're learning the beginning of the main practice form. Did you notice that some of the moves she was doing are not the way that we do it?
Yeah.
They're a little different. So some of the stuff she was doing, like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Alright. Is much more like old Chen style, old village Chen style.
I love it.
What's that?
I love it. I love
Yes.
it how she did it.
Yes, her style. She was learning that from Master Feng in the 1970s, and he had not really invented our style of Tai Chi yet. So he was doing old Chen style. That's what he was teaching her, and it was kind of mixed in with just the beginnings of Hunyuan Tai Chi. So Hunyuan Tai Chi was really developed after that video was made. It was mostly developed in the 80s, the late 80s, and in the 90s. And the reason he developed it um, is because most people don't have 6 hours a day to practice, right? Like he did, Master Zhang and Gao Fu. And he wanted people to get the real essence of Tai Chi and Qigong. So he emphasized some things and he de-emphasized some other things. And that's what Hunyuan Tai Chi is. It's meant to connect back more to the foundation of Tai Chi in Qigong and to cut out some of the fancier martial stuff just because it's not people's real interest. Right? But if you watch, um, she did a lot of moves a little differently than we do them, even though we're doing the same moves. Right? One more time. All right, Catherine, let me see you do it. One more time. Okay, so you've got the basics of it, so you can go on with that, but let's try and make a few corrections.
I forgot the step at the end.
Well, that's okay. You've got the basics. There's some things that need to be worked out. So we can take another 5-6 minutes here and try to work them out. Catherine, part of the problem that you're having with this move is you're trying to learn it through a two-dimensional video, which is really quite difficult because it's a three-dimensional move. But I'll try and illustrate what we're doing here. All right, weight is forward, sink. Now, think of this as a big round area here, right? A big round area. relax, and what my arms are doing is this. Right? Only they're doing it flat. There's a very common kind of movement called a figure eight, right? That looks like this. Or you could go the other way. But we're going this way. So that's actually what you're doing. Only instead of doing it side to side, you're now going to do it flat. And your hands are going to be saying something different, right? If I just have open hands like this, these might be blocks, right? But instead of doing that, one of our hands is going to be in a fist. Right? Yeah. Good. And so then what you have to realize, what you're doing, is it's not really done with the arms. It's really done with the chest and the core of the body, right? I'm going to drop down into my Ming Mun in back. Drop into your Ming Mun. Now come up into your Tanzhong, your center chest. Ming Mun, Tanzhong. Ming Mun, Tanzhong. Ming Mun, Tanzhong. Ming Mun, Tanzhong. Right. Hit. All right. I'm going to hit him first, maybe in his solar plexus, or maybe in his ribs. I can remember years ago, somebody asked Master Zhang in class, well, what is this? And he said, well, come here. And the guy came here and he went pop right into the ribs. But you don't hit a rib, you hit in between the ribs. I don't know if you've ever had anybody hit you in between the ribs, but it's very painful. And he wasn't hitting hard, but it was just a little pop. And that's enough. You go, oh, okay, I get it. And then he liked that so much that he went around the whole class and popped everybody in the ribs, right? But that's what you're doing, is a pop. Right? Pop. And then you're going to swing around and hit the guy right below the ear, in the neck. Pop. Pop. So you're hitting twice. Once, twice. Now, why do you want to fall down into the Ming Mun is to do this. Right? Why do you want to come up into the chest? So you can do that. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, I'm exaggerating so you'll see this. So you do it a little more subtly than that. Right? Mostly, if you watch Master Feng do it, you mostly see this. But if you look at some of the really early videos on him, right, you'll see this. It's very active in the core of the body. So your thoughts should be not to be real wild with this, but just to be aware of the core of the body. It's the core of the body that's driving this movement. Mingmen, Tanzhuang, yes, good. Yeah. Now, one of the great things about this is once you get this basic idea, you can take it into all the other movements too. Yes, Catherine.
I'm sorry. I have to go.
You gotta go. Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm very sorry.
no problem.
It was great.
No problem. Good. All right. We'll see you next time.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Ciao.
39. Okay, guys. Any questions or comments? All right, guys. Have yourselves a great day. We'll see you next time.
And you have a happy, happy, happy birthday.
Thank you. I'll try.
Okay.